Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare and sometimes self-care. So if that's your vibe, please consider hitting subscribe anytime during this video. And today we are doing this or that toners edition. Oh yeah, I'm really excited to do some toner battles and tell you what I think are the better of the two. And I mean, I have a lineup of super excellent toners, from toners with peptides, toners that really plump and hydrate the skin, plus a battle between my two favorite toners for really thirsty, dehydrated skin. So if you guys are so ready to dive right on in, give the video a big thumbs up, play my intro, and let's go. So first up is the battle of the peptide toners. This is the Benton Snail Bee Ultimate Toner versus the Cos De Baha PTMA Peptide Facial Toner. So let's start with Benton, diving right into the ingredients list. The peptides in this toner are tripeptide 1 and copper tripeptide 1. Now both of these are copper peptides, and these help stimulate collagen on the skin. That's really what I think a lot of us think of when we think of peptides. We think of that anti-aging or the well-aging benefit, with collagen being stimulated, fighting the fine lines and wrinkles. Now these are the two peptides. There's a few others out there, but these are the two peptides that are really well known for doing that, so it's great to see them here. Now we also have a well-known peptide called matrixyl in here. That's found under palmitoyl pentapeptide 4, and this also helps to fight fine lines and wrinkles. Now you may be more familiar with like the newer generation of matrixyl, which is matrixyl 3000. This is actually a peptide duo. It's two ingredients. We don't have a matrixyl 3000 in the Benton toner, but we have one of the ingredients that makes up the duo, and that ingredient is palmitoyl tripeptide 1. And this is also a peptide on its own. It doesn't have to be in combination in making matrixyl 3000, but this peptide on its own has also demonstrated collagen stimulating abilities. And we have hexapeptide 9. Now this is a peptide that helps reduce the depth of fine lines and wrinkles. So everything is really well-rounded here, some great peptides. The texture is really watery, but it's got just a little hint of body to it. And as you pat this onto your skin, you feel a really nice burst of hydration. It feels so good, and yet it's still light, it's non-sticky, it's quickly absorbed. This is definitely a toner that will feel good if you layer it on multiple times. It will not build up thickness on the skin. It's got an excellent hydrating texture. So let's move on to Cos De Baha. The peptides in here include matrixyl 3000. Those peptides are palmitoyl tripeptide 1 and palmitoyl tetrapeptide 7. So alongside of copper peptides, matrixyl 3000 is really well studied and well known for its benefit to stimulate collagen, improve the look of fine lines and wrinkles on the skin, help with skin firmness, elasticity, and even help to brighten up the complexion. The other peptide here, acetylhexapeptide 8. Now you've heard me talk about this a lot. I love this peptide. It is considered a Botox peptide, but it's important to understand how this works because it is different than matrixyl 3000 and the copper peptides that we talked about. This ingredient doesn't stimulate collagen. What it does is it gives a great but temporary effect on the skin. It helps to firm and lift and smooth the skin. It's a common peptide found in eye creams, and I think it's a wonderful ingredient. I am not knocking it at all. It definitely smooths and firms the skin fast. So if you've ever had like an eye cream, especially that's given you really quick results, it's probably because of that ingredient. It is a crowd pleaser, but it is what I call like a temporary peptide, meaning once you stop using acetylhexapeptide 8, the effects will start to fade away, and it hasn't made any meaningful like structural changes on your skin. It hasn't stimulated collagen or reduced the depth of fine lines. It's just giving you that firmness and smoothness from using the product. So it's a great effect. It's a great peptide, but of course, up against copper, peptides and matrixyl 3000, it's a little bit different. So the texture is a little bit thicker, almost gel-like. It is kind of slippery on the skin. You'll feel that like silkiness, that slipperiness on your skin. And I honestly find this takes a little bit of time to absorb into my skin just because the gel texture is a little bit thicker. It takes a little bit more working into the skin. It's got good hydration, and once it it absorbs in. There is a touch of tack, just a little bit of stickiness with this one. So this or that, and I have to give this one to Benton. Yeah, I honestly just find this toner's texture to be a lot more pleasing. It doesn't have that sticky factor to it. And I honestly find the Benton to be way more hydrating. And I know that this is a peptide toner battle, but at the end of the day, these are first and foremost toners. They are meant to hydrate your skin. And I just personally think Benton does it better. I also just think the mix of peptides in the Benton toner is a little bit more compelling. I think I'm just personally more like biased towards copper peptides. I don't know. I think I've just seen the best results with them. I think Matrixyl 3000 is great. I've also seen nice results with it, but I don't know. My heart just lies with copper peptides, and we've got 2 of them in the Benton. We've also got some, Matrixyl in here. We have half of Matrixyl 3000. There's just more peptides in here, an interesting mix. All of them are actually bringing good, well-aging benefits. They haven't just thrown in any old peptides. These are really good peptides, and it has a really great texture. Whereas, Cos De Baha, I'm not knocking it. Matrixyl 3000 is a good peptide duo. I think that there's a nice mix here with the acetohexapeptide 8. Like I said, it's different. It's good to know how it works, but it is going to give you a nice effect on your skin, especially if you are looking for more of like a lifted or smooth kind of appearance to your skin while using peptides. This actually might be a little bit better for you. Just for me, the texture was a little bit of a turnoff. I didn't find it super duper hydrating for my very thirsty skin. I didn't love the stickiness. One other thing I want to point out about this is the ingredients. Because I mostly talk about gentle skincare and sensitive skincare, I want to point out the lavender and rose water extracts on the ingredients list. I did not have an issue with this at all, but some of the most sensitive skin out there might have a bad reaction because these are extracts that do have some fragrant components to them. Next up is the battle of the plumping toners. This is the Haruharu Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner fragrance-free version versus Vegreen Nature Mucin Toner. So let's start off with the Haruharu ingredients list. Now, we do have rice extract in here, which the name suggests there's going to be some rice in this toner. And rice is a great ingredient for a toner because it helps to condition and soften the skin with a little hint of moisture. Other great humectants in this ingredients list include glycerin, hyaluronic acid, and beta-glucan. The texture is watery with just a little hint of body to it. The hydration level here is really good. It absorbs in the skin nicely. This is definitely something you could layer up without building up like a stickiness to it. The very first layer might have a touch of tack, but I don't find that this toner gets like overly sticky as you layer it up, but you might just notice a little bit before you put on your next essence or serum. All right, let's talk about Vegreen. Now, the Nature Mucin in here is actually wild yam extract. It's also sometimes referred to as phytomucin, and this is basically like a plant-based snail secretion. So this is totally vegan. No snails were used at all to make this toner, but the benefits are kind of the same here. There's a lot of that great wound healing, some of the well-aging, the antioxidant protection, and lots and lots of hydration. So the texture is runny, but you'll notice more body to this. There's a little bit of a thickness, but your eyes are going to deceive you on this one because it looks thicker, but when you get it onto your skin, it just bursts into hydration, and then it becomes like a totally watery toner on your skin. It dives deep and it really hydrates at a deeper level, which my thirsty skin super duper appreciates. And like I said, the look isn't everything. It actually settles onto the skin in a much lighter layer without stickiness. So this is something you can easily layer up, but I find the hydration levels to be so high on this one, you don't really need to do a ton of layers to achieve a lot of hydration. So this or that. This is a battle of hydrating, plumping toners. And I think both of these products do that very well. I am splitting hairs here, honestly. But I have to say, I think Vegreen just does it a little bit better and a little bit more. There's more hydration here in comparison to Haruharu. Now, I just want to tell you, I have really dehydrated, thirsty skin, so I'm always seeking for that special element, that deep hydrating element in a toner. So when I say something is more hydrating than the other, it doesn't mean Haruharu isn't hydrating. Like, I've used this and been happy with it. Trust me, this is a hydrating toner, but I can really sense that this one from Vegreen, it just goes the extra mile. So just know I'm being super duper picky here. And if you're really picky with hydration, listen up. Like, this one is very, very hydrating. Now, when it comes to plumping, they both make your skin feel bouncy and plump, but Vegreen is just like a super achiever, you know what I mean? It goes the extra mile and it really plumps up your skin and makes it feel really juicy and really bouncy. I mean, to me, there is a very big difference between what these two do. And I just think that like maybe the phytomucin in Vegreen is the secret here, because it does have a little bit more like body to it, a little bit more of that hydration effect to it, where Haruharu has that little bit of more watery type of texture to it. So maybe that's the secret of why my skin likes it so much. Both are really great, and I have to shout out the fact that both of these are very affordable toners, coming in around $12. So, I mean, you can't really go wrong with either one, but if you're seeking for a little bit more plump and a lot more hydration, I think Vegreen's got you covered. And the battle you may have been waiting for, because I'm going to compare two of my favorite toners right now. Two of the toners that I've declared to be super duper hydrating for my thirsty skin. That's right, we're comparing Roundlab 1025 Dokdo toner versus the Make Prem Essence toner. Now, the ingredients list between both products is fairly similar. These are both sensitive skin friendly and really minimal ingredients list that are focusing on some main humectants to get the job done, including glycerin, panthenol, and allantoin. But there are some key differences here. Now, with Roundlab, they are using seawater in the toner. This is interesting because there are a lot of mineral components in seawater that are really good for repairing damaged skin. It's got a great wound healing ability. So it's nice to see that in the toner, especially maybe if you do have a little bit of sensitized or irritated skin. We also have sugarcane extract, which has a very, very, very gentle, natural exfoliation effect. This is really just helping to shed dead skin cells in a very gentle manner. This is not coming near like AHA. It's not coming near chemical exfoliation by any means. Like, I have very sensitive skin. I cannot use a lot of exfoliation. I can use this toner 2 times a day, layered up multiple times on my skin with no irritation. It's just that sugarcane extract just kind of helps to encourage the excessive dead skin cells to fall away, basically, which is nice if you are prone to clogged pores or dead skin cell buildup on your skin. Over time, slowly, this toner can help improve that situation. Now, when we look at the Make Prem ingredients, we'll notice some differences here, like ceramide NP, which is so great for your skin's moisture barrier, helping to make your skin stronger, and sodium hyaluronic, which is a great humectant. We did not find it in the Roundlab toner. It's actually in a lot of toners, and it's really great for deeply hydrating the skin. So let's talk textures. Roundlab's texture is very thin and watery. There's no body here. There's none of that like plumping gel type of feel. This is just watery and thin. But the magic here, because I find really watery, thin types of toners don't always deliver deep hydration, and yet somehow Roundlab has managed to achieve that really light, breathable texture with deep hydration. I was like shocked when I put this on my skin. I wasn't expecting much, and I was like, whoa, this dived in deep to the source of my dehydration and really replenished and really relieved my skin. It feels so good. So I was really impressed by that. So thin, so quickly absorbed into the skin, no stickiness whatsoever, and something that's really easy to layer up on the skin if that's something you like. Now, the Make Prem toner actually has a similar look to it. It is watery and thin. It doesn't really have body to it at all. But when it gets into your skin, oh wow, if you heard that phrase full fat water, this feels like full fat water because it's thin and watery. It absorbs quickly, and when it absorbs in your skin, and then it's like once it's in your pores, it just like expands with deep hydration, and it almost like envelops your skin in this like comforting hug of hydration. That's what it feels like with this toner, because it looks so similar to Roundlab, but there's just this little extra something when your skin is ailing, when it's really dehydrated, when it needs to be relieved and replenished and hydrated. This just like envelops it in this really watery, lightweight toner that really gets down to the source of the dehydration. So this or that. And I'm going to delay this decision a little bit because it's hard. I really like both of these. And I have to say that, like, no matter what my choice is in the this or that, I really want to emphasize to you, if you are looking for a hydrating toner, you cannot go wrong with either one of these. Like, so don't sweat the decision too much is what I'm saying, because both of these are deeply hydrating toners. But let me like get really nitpicky. This or that, personally, just from my experience, I think probably Make Prem is still the winner. You know, this one has been with me for so long. Roundlab is a newer discovery. The bottle's going down really fast, so I'm gonna miss it when it's empty. But I think the ceramide NP and the sodium hyaluronic in the Make Prem is what makes the difference for my personal skin. You know, when I was saying like when Make Prem like absorbs into your skin, it just kind of goes like deep into your skin and then goes with hydration, that little extra something, I think it's because my skin responds so well to ceramide. My skin just wants it. And sodium hyaluronic is a form of hyaluronic acid that does have a little bit more of, like I was saying, like that comforting hug on the skin. It does have a little bit more of that full fatness, full fat water, if you will, to it that the Roundlab does not have. This is a personal preference. I find even though Make Prem is watery, that little extra heft just inside of the skin is something that my skin just really, really loves. All that being said, though, I've been using Roundlab now like exclusively as my toner morning and nighttime, and my skin's super happy. It's not dehydrated. It is like fully hydrated. So it is really just down to like a personal preference here. And so I think Make Prem still has my heart, but I have to say that like if this is in the top spot, the Roundlab is like inching forward. I do also want to point out that both of these toners are a good deal if you use toner really fast like I do. I use multiple layers and I use it a couple of times a day, so I definitely go through it fast. Both are really good deals. This is a 200 milliliter bottle. You can get this for about $18 or so. 200 mil is actually a little bit larger than your standard toner. I do have to say though, Make Prem is a jumbo toner coming in at 400 milliliter, and it's about the same price. It's about $20, a little bit more, about $20, but for twice the amount. So that might, come into the this or that too. I do find this to be a much more economical choice because it just lasts longer. So if those comparisons helped you make a decision on what toner is right for you next, please, I would love it if you would hit subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I release a lot of new skincare videos. I love hydrating toners. I love sensitive skin friendly skincare. So hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you're never out of the loop when I post the new video or the new shorts. And I'm curious, what's your favorite toner right now? Because I'm always looking for new ones. So let me know in the comment box below. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you are healthy, happy, and safe, and I love you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.